Good morning. Today we are going to begin Chapter 20, which is all about adding and subtracting fractions. Today I'd like you to look at my model here, and I'd like you to ask what fraction names that top amount. And if you said 3/8, you are correct. I'm going to add two more of those pieces. What have I added here? I've added 2/8. What do I get when I add 3/8 plus 2/8? You're right. I get a total of 5/8. I have 5 pieces of the eighth size, and that's what those fractions mean. So when we are going to think about adding fractions, this is one way we could think about it. I have my 3/8 plus my 2/8. I combine the numerators, I put the number of pieces together to get 5, but notice that my denominator stays 8. We do not do 8 plus 8 equals 16. Look at the picture. I don't have 5/16. I don't have 5 pieces of the 16th size. So you'll see that these are called like denominators. And when we have fractions, we must have fractions with like denominators before we can add and subtract. I wonder what a subtraction problem would be. What would the answer be if, for example, let's say I started with 5/8, and what if I took away, oh, let's change it up a little bit, 1/8? How many eighths would I be left with? Do you notice how my denominator stays the same because my piece size has not changed? So here is my 5/8. If I literally take away or subtract one of those eighths, how many am I left with? Good. I am left with 4/8. But today and going forward, when I think I'm done, you must always look at your answer and put it in simplest form. And there's going to be many, many times where you will have to simplify your fraction to get full credit. Remember asking those questions. Does my denominator divide out of my numerator divide out of my denominator? Yes. So divide by 4, divide by 4. The best and final answer for full credit would be 1/2. So whether or not the directions say it, going forward, you must put all your fraction answers in simplest form. It's just a standard mathematical rule once you learn how to do fractions. So sometimes we see problems horizontally like that. When we have like denominators, we add up the pieces. Let's take a look at another one. What if I have this piece of a whole? Good. You're saying to yourself, Mrs. Vanderbond just put 2/5 there. What if I were to add this? What did I just add? Interesting. Could we do this problem? Of course, because we know that we could maybe have something greater than 1. So let me show you what that problem looked like. I had 2/5 and I added 4/5. Since I have like denominators, I need to combine the 2 plus the 4. It still stays the 5th piece, and it looks like, look right up on top of this, I have 6/5. Well, again, our last step of in doing any of our fraction work today is asking ourselves, is that in simplest form? It is not. An improper fraction is not considered simplest form. You must turn it into your mixed number. 6 divided by 5 is 1 whole. Do you see that 5/5 make 1? And I have 1/5 more. So 1 and 1/5 is the simplest form fraction. What if, just for fun, I have 6/5 take away 3/5? We can do that. Let's use our model. Here's 6 pieces of the 5th size. I'm going to watch my signs today because I know I'm going to have sometimes adding and sometimes subtracting. I'm going to take away 3. So again, in my mind, I'm doing the 6 minus the 3 part, but I'm still dealing with fifths. I'm going to take away 3 and think about what is 6 minus 3? It's 3. So I subtract my numerator. My denominator stays the same. I ask myself, is 3/5 in simplest form? Yes, it is. That is my correct answer. So you get an idea of how we can model these kinds of problems. I also want you to realize that sometimes our adding and subtracting of like fractions can be up and down vertically like this. We do it much the same way. We are thinking about on this one, I have 2/9 plus 4/9. Picture some model of ninths. How many ninths do I have? I have 2 plus 4 is 6/9. Is that in simplest form? No. They both can be divided by 3 and it equals 2/3. 2/3 is the best answer that you will not get any. If you would leave it at 6/9, you will get 1 mini point off because you have to put answers in simplest form. Now, because I'm going to watch symbols, maybe you even want to circle those today as you do your assignment because they are going to be mixed up. You've got to be alert to whether you're adding or subtracting these like fractions. What if I have 10/11? Can you picture what that looks like? It's almost a whole stick, isn't it? But I have 10/11. Take away 5/11. I am left with 5/11 because 10 take away 5 is 5 and the denominator doesn't change. Before I move on, is that in simplest form? Yes, it is. Very good. So we're going to see them in different ways on our paper. It's not so difficult when fractions are alike. Like fractions share the denominators. All right, I've got a couple other little models to show you. What if I have this? All right, I have 3/12 plus, good, 4/12. How much do I have altogether? Well, adding, I put them together, right? So count them up. I have 7/12. What if I have this model? Good, you're counting them up and you realize that you are looking at 9/10. And what if I take away 2/10? What if I take these away? 9/10 take away 2/10 is, very good, 7/10. Simplest form? Yes, it is. So you can see that adding and subtracting like fractions is really not that difficult. You just need to know some basic facts, and you have to remember that your denominator does not change. You have to have like denominators in order to add or subtract fractions. So I want to show you one more thing that we're going to encounter today on our practice paper, and that is sometimes you might see something with some algebra. All right, you might see a problem like this. 5/10 plus n/10 equals 8/10. What does n equal? Well, you know denominators stay the same. So 5 plus something is 8. N equals 3. Let's do a algebra with subtraction. What about this? This might mess you up. I'd like to give you some challenging ones. 1 minus n over 6 equals 5/6. Now, if you can't quite see that, remember one whole. How many sixes would that be? Well, I could kind of rename it to be 6/6, the whole stick. Here it is in model form, 6/6. I have to take away a certain number of those 6 to end up with 5. Well, you see right away then, right, that n is 1. If I were to take 1 away, I would be left with 5/6. So just use your adding, subtracting, and sometimes with algebra you need to use an inverse operation to figure out what that number is, but make sure you plug it in and then you make sure it makes sense. 6 minus 1 is 5 and the 6's stay the same. You know you're right. So that's not too bad. I think you're going to be really successful in today's math assignment. Would you please get out Reteach 20.1? I love it that some of you are taking the challenge to prove to yourself that you understand this, that you're not just grabbing hold of answers. So again, here is Reteach 20.1 that we usually do a little bit together in class. The box above just shows us how we add the numerators or subtract the numerators when we have like fractions. But always remember, we have simplest form. Let's put SF up there. You'll see it in the directions on the other side, but always we want to get in the habit of putting our final answer in simplest form. So if you want to challenge yourself to say, hey, I think I can do this by myself, give it a try. Stop the video and see if you can get the answers. Double check again for simplest form and come on back and let's see how you did. All right, very quickly, this does not take long. 1/8 plus 5/8 are 6/8. And 6/8 are both even numbers. Divide by 2, divide by 2. 2/9 plus 1/9 is 3/9, also known as 1/3. 7, oh, I see a minus. 7/10 take away 6/10 is 1/10. Simplest form already, there's a 1 in the numerator. Number 4, 5/8 take away 1/8 is 4/8. Hope you see that is automatically 1/2. 12/13 take away 2/13. I'm left with 10/13. Is that in simplest form? Yes, it is. 4/9 take away 1/9 is 3/9. We've seen that already just above it. That simplifies down to 1/3. The more you do this, fourth graders, the more you're going to realize, hey, I can put those in simplest form so fast. You just get used to the ones you see a lot. Number 7, 2/10 plus 5/10 is 7/10. Simplest form. I'm going to change out the colors. My brown is kind of tired. Here we go. 4/9 plus 2/9 is 6/9. But you know to always check 3 with 9. Oh yeah, we can divide by 3. 2/3. Simplest form. 6/10 plus 3/10 is 9/10. Simplest form, it's counting order. 1/2 plus 1/2. Now that's an interesting one. I might add it up and get 2 halves. That is technically not simplest form. If I have 2 halves, that was quick to grab, I have 1 whole. Next one, I have 3/8 plus 4/8. I have 7/8. Simplest form, counting order. Oh, watch the subtraction. 10/12 take away 4/12 is 6/12. Ding, 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 you know. Does that numerator divide out of the denominator? Yes, there's one of our halves that we want to always recognize. A few more. 2/6 plus 4/6 is 6/6. Again, we've seen the 2, 2 equal 1. Well, there's another fancy one that we have that equals 1. 3/7 minus 2/7 is that 3 take away 2 is just, we'll have one piece. What size? 7ths. 9/12 take away 7/12 is 2/12. Uh-oh, both even numbers. Divide by 2, divide by 2. Simplest form is 1/6. 4/11 plus 5/11. 4 plus 5 is 9/11. Simplest form? Yes, I could maybe divide by 3 for 9, but 3 does not divide out of 11, so therefore, they are simplest form. So look how fast we did that. I timed it like 2 minutes. 2 minutes to do this whole paper when we're adding like fractions, but always being careful that you put your answer in simplest form so you get full credit for your work today. Your assignment is to do practice 20.1. Please note, adding and subtracting are mixed up. Your directions say write your answer in simplest form. Do it please like I did on this practice side. I didn't erase my first answer, but I just put a little equals right next to it to show Mrs. Vandermont, I know I have to reduce it. I know I need to put it in simplest form. I noticed that. I did it. I'm getting full credit. So be careful with that. You've got a little algebra in 13 through 15 and a couple of problems on the bottom. This should be an A paper if you're careful with the things that I've already warned you about. So do a good job to understand adding and subtracting fractions with like denominators.